Season 9 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. It feels like a little bit of a reset, a little bit of a refresh after not the most beloved season of the show coming out. Was your approach at all different going in this year, knowing the fan response to last year?
I think my approach is always the same. You know, I'm just going to do me, be me. But I was very much aware of like trying to get the group together and like trying to make sure that the group can work things out. And the Hatitude Party for me was like, I'm going to see where we can go as a group. And we made it through the finish line.
It is your first season though, without the other half of the GEBs.
I know.
Did that affect your headspace?
I tried not to think about it. And then I would be in a scene and I would be like waiting for her to come because Robyn always comes last. And I'm like, okay, well, Robyn will be here like in 15 minutes. But, you know, obviously that never happened. She's missing. I can say that. She's like the missing component. And even there were times that Karen would look at me and be like, I miss Robyn. And I'm like, I know. So, you know, Robyn was always like the steady balancing force here. So yeah, we need that.
Had Robyn rolled up at 8:03 p.m., would she have been kicked out of the GNA event?
She would not have done that. She would have gotten there in the beginning like the rest of those hoes were supposed to do, okay?
I want to circle back to that in a minute, but on the Robyn front, did you at all speak to her as the season was going on to use her as a sounding board, or did she kind of want no part of what was happening?
You know, in the beginning, I was trying to be a friend and I was like, let me not tell her the nonsense that's going on because she probably doesn't want to hear it. And then one day I was like, you know, there's this mess going on. Do you want to hear it? And she was like, sure. And I just like unloaded on her. And I said, you know what, if you don't want to listen to this, just let me know. And she was like, I'll let you know. But like as of right now, give it to me. So I did.
Do you have thoughts, wishes, hopes that maybe season 10, 11, we see the return of Robyn?
100%, for sure.
As you mentioned, though, we are watching you pour into these other relationships a little bit, including, to the surprise of many, Wendy. And when that trailer dropped, Wendy took a lot of heat, people calling her fake and phony for essentially giving you a second chance.
I didn't know that happened, so that's interesting. But it was both sides. There's no like second chance, third chance here. Like she's been wrong, I've been wrong. I've been wrong, she's been wrong. I really just wanted to sit down with her and just figure it out. And if after that it didn't work, it didn't work. But let's just try to figure it out.
There's no room for friendship when you're talking to somebody in a demeaning way. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I could receive that. However, it's unfair to police how we respond to things.
She had said that lunch we just watched was hours long. Lots of grievances and lots of concern were aired out there. For all the people still out there going, well, this wasn't discussed, this wasn't discussed. It was discussed. You two both feel like you got what you needed to off the slate to wipe it clean.
Totally, and she's right, because absolutely so much was discussed. We talked about so much and y'all didn't even show it, but it's fine. From that, yes, we did get to a better place.
I love where we are.
Wendy, who would you?
Oh, Gizelle.
You know, I actually saw her the other day. I don't have any issues with Wendy. And one good thing that came out of that was like, look, moving forward, if you got an issue with me, let's talk about it. I think a lot festered because we didn't discuss anything for years. So we both are like, yes, we will do that moving forward.
Do you think another change that happened this season was Candace not being in the group? That maybe opened up a little space for Wendy to have a little more room to move around?
I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. I really don't know their relationship, but I am happy, to be honest with you, that Wendy and I are at a better place.
Wendy still likes to throw a little shade.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
It's called GNA Fusion.
If GNA wasn't bad enough, at this point, the stuff on the runway show is not even on the website. So what are we fusing?
Are you a She by Sheree, or are we going to see those fashions one day, or has the brand just evolved to a place where that's not where it is anymore?
We have evolved, for sure. Yes, could we throw together some leggings and whatnot? For sure, but I do like where the brand is as it relates to helping the community, bringing awareness to things that are very important to us. And I hadn't really done a lot of giving back that I needed to. So this felt just so much better to me.
10 months ago, my dad passed away from brain cancer, and GNA has partnered with the National Brain Tumor Society.
Well, the GNA events were 2 for 2 on some antics playing out. This year, a little softer than last year's. Any regrets on kicking Mia, Jassy, and Stacey out?
Absolutely not. If it was tomorrow, I would do it again.
Please get them out of here.
Did you not tell us to be here? 1 second, Gizelle. Ashley, did you not tell us to be here by 8 o'clock?
Yes.
It's 8 o'clock. Are we not here?
It's 8:04, so no.
You all RSVP to my event. And I feel like, just like Vivian did, she RSVP'd, she said she was coming, she came. And all of those ladies knew how important this was to me. I can say yes to all of the different little organizations that want to honor me. I could be honored all day long, every day for the next 6 months. But, you know, that's actually not important. They just really want you to show up, right? And everybody knew that. And everybody knew that's what was going on with Karen. But y'all chose to do that instead of just honoring your commitment to me. So yes, get out, ladies.
It's worth noting there were no production cameras over at Karen's
And
event.
only somebody like you, savvy like you, keep that. Yeah, the cameras were not over there. They was with us.
What is your review of the newbies? We have so much fresh blood injected into this season. Did they come to play, or did anybody struggle to kind of find her way?
There was some struggling, and I'll let you guys see that. Let that play out. Stacey is like a newbie. She was like kind of like a Katie version. You know, Katie's very quirky and
You are now the third cast member to tell me she reminds you of Katie.
right. Well, from the perspective of like, she's quirky, she's different. We need somebody different. We don't need just like another Gizelle or another Karen, which we'll never get another Karen. And she doesn't take herself too seriously. Thank you, Jesus. This is not rocket science over here, where nobody's winning an Emmy or a Grammy. Like, just come to play.
She came to play, but maybe she was playing a different game sometimes than everybody else.
She was playing by herself most of the time, okay? It was a solo game she was playing.
And then we're seeing a lot of Vivian this year. Was she supposed to be around more?
She's around the entire season.
Okay.
But no, she's not like in a official capacity.
Yeah, she didn't get that friend of.
No, she's
Credit.
not. And then Kay, we got to see a lot more of her and her personality and just who she is this year. And, you know, I love Kay.
Then there's the frenemy ship that has carried this show for 9 years, you and Karen.
Because you're going to court at some point, or did you go to court? You can read.
And Karen is at the center of a lot of discussion this year, and she's getting quite a bit of flack from the audience for her approach to handling the aftermath of the DUI. A lot of comparisons to Shannon Bedore, who's been especially open and honest and transparent, versus Karen. I mean, she has said it herself. She's playing the Matrix. She's dodging the questions and the bullets. How do you think she handled herself?
I don't think the comparison to Shannon is fair, just because I think Shannon's cases was like open and closed. In Karen's defense, and not that I need to defend Karen, nor want to, her case is still ongoing. So I think very much she felt like, hey, I can't really talk about it because it's going to hurt my case. So I understand that, but you do have to say something. You can't just let it fly in the atmosphere. You gotta say something.
Well, I guess season 10 we'll maybe get something out of her. Maybe by reunion things will be closed and she can speak on it.
Yes.
But you did get to experience Shannon Bedore for yourself, recently filming another project. And coming out of that, Joel Kim Booster made some comments about Shannon, for which he has since apologized. But when you saw all that kind of seeping out into the ether, what did you make of it? And anything you want to say to correct the record of what went down in Mexico?
You know, a lot went down in Mexico, and you guys are going to absolutely eat up and devour that show. Y'all are going to love it. Okay, there's that. And Joel was around, and I just, listen, after Joel did what he did text me and he apologized before he apologized to Shannon via the world. And I told him, why? Just why? On so many levels. It just wasn't necessary. What happened? I think he just lost his mind one night. And, you know, you just can't do that. You can't talk about the show. You know that. And for the love of God, you cannot talk about people's children.
Hi, Dad. Jamal is engaged.
Yes.
How are you feeling about that?
How you doing? I'm sorry. From the sneak peeks we've gotten at this season of Potomac, we are going to watch you start to dabble back into dating at home before you headed south of the border.
You'll see me and Ashley. We do a little dating, and we find some men's from that situation, and you'll see that play out a little bit. But you do see me first and foremost saying goodbye to my children. That's been my priority. But yeah, Gizelle is here to play with the men's all day long.
You're an empty nester now. How has life been the last few months solo?
Well, you know, truth be told, I spent one of those months in a love bubble in Mexico. So there was that. But here lately, I'm actually kind of enjoying it a little bit. Like I never thought I would say that I enjoyed it. Like I walk around the house naked. I never go to the grocery store anymore. And I hate that place. I, wake up whenever I feel like it or not. So empty nesting has been good to me.
Some freedom has been injected back into your life.
Yes. And I don't have this like schedule that I have had to have for the past 20 years. Like my schedule is mine.
Karen made it very clear Wendy was self-absorbed. What?
Now, both Karen and Wendy teased me with there is some big something that plays out between two women this season that we have not seen in any sneak peeks yet. Can you confirm? You don't. Okay, you don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. So much happened this season with all the dynamics of the ladies. There's just so much stuff, and I think everyone will get what they wanted. They wanted Potomac to be back to Potomac, and it is truly Potomac.
You're catching strays from other franchises. Did you see the video of Karen running into Nene Leakes in LA and Nene asking her to beat you up for her? Do you know what that's about?
No, people hate when I'm just home minding my business. Can I just be home alone minding my business, please? Why are y'all talking about beating me up? It was so weird to me. So crazy. I gotta ask Karen about it. I never even asked her about it, but it was a little strange. And because I don't have an issue with Nene and I thought she didn't have one with me. So it was very weird.
What the is going on?
It was and I know Karen was like, what the hell is happening? I could just see her mind running. But that was all very bizarre.
We've got a lot of season left to watch. What are you most excited for people to get to experience in what's to come?
We've got some trips. We have trips that are absolutely insane. We have Ashley turns into a whole nother person. We have a season finale that tops. I can safely say tops all season finales for all Real Housewives franchises, period.
Okay, you're taking on
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, in everything.
You're saying you outdid that.
I'm saying receipts who? Timeline who?
Okay, Heather Gay, watch out. On the flip side, maybe this is the answer. Is there anything that you're dreading or that you're gonna brace for impact when it hits TV?
No, I'm like, bring it. You know me. I'm like, it is what it is.